Well, hello, Sharon. How are you?
Hello, Joanne. I am excellent.
And for those of you that don't know Sharon yet, which unfortunately there may be many that don't know her yet, and she is amazing, I want to introduce my colleague and friend, Sharon Svenson. And she is a hypnotherapist, and not just in my mind, in the way I see things, not just as an ordinary hypnotherapist, she goes way beyond. And I've had the privilege of working with her. And I'm a very happy person to begin with. And I have no idea how she does it. I know she goes into a deep connection with the divine. I'll say it like that. I'll let her talk in a minute. And I have to say, out of all the hypnotherapy sessions I have had in the past, and there's been a lot, and a lot of the meditation work that I've done on my own, as well as listen to other people's, she is by far one of the best. So I'm so honored to introduce Sharon to you. Sharon, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I asked Sharon to tell all of you a little bit about how she works. Again, I think she's phenomenal. She's very unique in her style, and the joy that she brings in to the energy of her work, and as someone that has experienced her work, the joy that I feel from her meditations and working with her is magical. So, Sharon, can you tell these wonderful, wonderful Facebook friends of mine a little bit about what you may think you do different, or your clients? I know you've worked with many, many people over the years, and maybe some of the things that they've said to you about how you work and how they have felt about the experiences that they've had with you.
Okay. Well, hello, Joanne's Facebook friends. I'm pleased to meet you. To me, the process just feels like you were saying, connecting with the divine. So, coming from a place of willingness to let go of the outside clutter. So, sometimes I intentionally don't read things. For many years, it's like I just want to go direct to the divine. I don't want it to be kind of polluted by different people's opinions and stuff. And just like you have, Joanne, you have received some really clear wisdom. And sometimes people will have that experience, like they might even go back to a childhood spiritual experience, and it gets kind of convoluted along the way where they start to apply it. And I help take people to kind of that pure higher vibration where you can just really tap into that clarity and that wisdom. So that, Joanne, when I'm working with you, I'm working to connect with the wisdom that you've received, because you're guiding me with everything. So that, as you know, it's like I kind of go all over the place. I ask different questions, and I'm really not so much looking for the information as tapping into that higher vibration and feeling that wisdom light up, so that I trust, even though you may say, well, this is what I want, I trust whatever comes, because the divine, that infinite intelligence, knows you more intimately than if you go to your place of limited ideas and beliefs. And I find it works for me too, because I get all this wonderful wisdom, but I'm still applying it in my own life. What I learn more and more too is you were sharing today that you had a few challenges today, and you use that meditation to go back to that place. Well, to me, one of the big parts of my practice is the challenges is part of the beauty. That through the challenges, it's like when I come from that place of I still continue to work on my own financial prosperity and abundance. And I think you know that I'm creating this program for entrepreneurs, and you're part of the pilot program. And I shared some of my successes so far. But it's like deeper layers. So it's like I'm making more money than ever. I have more time off, more of a beautiful balance, working with more ideal clients, but I have a lot of debt. So it's been kind of fun because that's an area that you want to go to too. So that's just such fun that what I'm saying is it's almost like the client and the coach goes to a new level of creation together, so that I'm picking up on your desires and wantings and my own desires and wantings. And it's like I feel like you're bringing your guardian angels to the table and my guardian angels to the table. And it's just this beautiful, universal, expansive party.
Beautiful. So that's why I wasn't saying it the way Sharon said it, because this is how she feels. And I've got to say, as she does these meditations, I felt like I had a vacation yesterday. And life is good to begin with, and yet I don't know where I went. I was hearing the words, and it was beyond peace.
And what I love too is that my programs are so different from so many other people, where they have you maybe busy with worksheets, or you need to take these positive actions. But I think what you're finding is you really can just relax to these meditations, because the part I'm talking to you, that subconscious mind and that higher self, that part of you connected to the divine, your guardian angels, it takes you to that allowing place where you really can have these amazing changes happen. So that if you wanted to share that one story, I just loved it. And it's such a beautiful example of this work leading to so many positive results. So you shared how you had your car
Yes.
Start to fail. And maybe if you could share that story.
Sure. So I've been working with Sharon, and on Friday, just a few days ago, my car's been acting a little funny with the brakes, but nothing consistently. So I thought, well, I'll just be aware of it, and it's okay. We've had some intense weather, so maybe that was what was going on. And I was pulling into my office, and literally I thought I was going to be on the US News. Because when I went and I turned right, the car wasn't stopping, and in front of me was the sidewalk in the building. So this was the part for me that felt so different. Instead of my body going into a fight and flight response, I calmly, there was no adrenaline rush at all. I just went right over to the parking handle and pulled it up, and the car stopped. In the past, because I just know me really well, like we all know ourselves, I would have at least had that adrenaline rush. It would have been that fight and flight response, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And I knew from the very beginning, and I know that has to do with working with Sharon, that all was well, this is easy, and my mind was really clear and focused. So that's one of the many, many gifts that I've received so far from working with Sharon. And I think that's huge. First of all, it saved a building from getting hit. And it made me really happy.
Well, and not to mention your well-being
and my well-being, yes, that I could be here.
Well, and that's what I really love. It's like, as you know, I call my programs the mastery of joy. That we really, that is the deal, to follow the joy, because from that place of feeling good, we're going to get a better night's sleep. We don't have to fixate or overanalyze. From that place of feeling good, we actually get to enjoy our now moments. So we get to enjoy being with friends and family. I think of this one woman who, one of her goals was to be able to enjoy her family during the holidays. And she would stress and get so anxious. And she allowed herself to go to that place of joy. And then she allowed in more support. She actually was enjoying the time with her kids. And now that this is, I don't know, maybe 8 years later, because of that, now it's like her family, the younger generations are now holding the Thanksgiving
Beautiful.
celebrations, and she's just really totally basking and appreciating that she can receive on such a new level. Health, and we're working on different health things with Joanne too, and that's what's so beautiful too. It's like, once again, the body is brilliant in its ability to heal and restore and rejuvenate, and we can actually change the molecular structure of our bodies with our thoughts. And it's like, once again, just it's like releasing the things that bring us the anxiety and the tension, that we don't even realize that there's certain areas in our body that tense up and stop the different functions from happening. So it's like, it's so wonderful that we really can relax and follow the joy. I work with giving relief and nurturing and soothing the fears and the anxieties. And the beautiful deal is, I don't always know. I usually don't know. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I don't have any idea where source is going to take us or where this information is going to go, but I'm just going to trust.
Well,
And
thank
the
you.
magic happens. It's beautiful.
It does. So let me ask you this, because I'm sure everybody that's listening is saying, well, I wonder if I'm a good candidate for Sharon. So would you be able to tell the listeners who you think maybe is a very good possibility and who maybe wouldn't be? Is there anyone that wouldn't be a possibility for you to work with them? Because in my mind, it's nobody.
Absolutely. Because everybody just is attracted and resonates with different stuff and different people. So that it's like we all have our own ideal people that are just the perfect fit. And I know mine keeps changing too, that it's like at different times, I think the universe is completely faithful. The universe is completely faithful. So that when I've had, it's like, oh, I wonder why this is like this. And then boom, I get a client on that issue, and I get to show up and find out more. So that just the perfect people are attracted and come to me. But I'd say the qualities would be that you've gotten to that place where you really get that you're a cooperative component in your life, that you really get that you can be your own worst enemy. And then there's just so much more available, that there really is infinite possibilities. So a willingness to let go of ideas that you think are right. I know I keep going to higher and higher levels of clarity and understanding, where I start to get more nuances and kind of deeper levels for different topics. So a willingness to let go of kind of self-righteous feelings. So willing to let go of blaming or judging other people, and really taking this path, what I call, of unconditional love. So spiritual minded, a positive soul. And if you have challenges, excellent. That doesn't mean you're not a good candidate. That's beautiful. So health issues, depressions, anxieties, it's like money issues. I'm starting to work with a lot of entrepreneurs now, and kind of becoming I guess a coach's coach. But I work with all kinds of different sorts, from want to be authors, ones that get stuck during the process. So
Excellent.
yeah, so fun.
Oh, it is. And you know what? I'm a relationship coach, so I've already said to Sharon, I'm going to refer you here, refer you there. And I realize I want to refer her to everyone. So that's why I wanted to do Facebook with her, this interview, because I just feel like there's so many people now that feel like they're stuck. They know that they're really not. They just don't know how to feel better. And just having, Sharon, what is it that you could offer? Do you have something you offer to these wonderful people that are listening?
Oh, yeah. In fact, go to my website and you can start off with a free meditation. I love the meditation, and you've used it, the letting go one. And it's just by far my all-time favorite. And literally, I think maybe even thousands of people have listened to it. I don't know how you can, I haven't been able to keep track of all that stuff, but, I've had some really miraculous stories with it. So the first step to me in the process is a willingness to let go of what's not working, a willingness to be open and receptive to change. And that's what that meditation addresses, is to be able to let go of your old stories of the past, or your old beliefs about what's possible for you. To let go of the mistaken idea that things like fears and anxieties actually serve us, because they lead to different things like procrastination, freezing up, overwhelm, stress. But also a big part of that is to introduce our emotions are a blessing. So we want to show up for the fears and the stresses and the anxieties, just like we would for a friend or our child or somebody else in our life, so that it's not a reason to beat up on ourselves, but to use as a tool to take us to the joy. Because to me, if you tap into that sense of all is well, you're like, oh, this just feels so right. When you're in that place, you come home to who you are. So that's what I would start off with. SvensonHypnosis.coachesconsole.com, and sign up for my free letting go meditation. And then if that resonates and speaks to you, sign up for one of my free sample sessions. It's no obligation. I freely give it. Some people, it's like they get just what they need just from that session. And others go on to sign up, and I get to work with them. Yay!
Do you want to spell the name of your website so everyone makes sure that they have it?
Yeah, in fact, you might want to put it down below so you can actually hook it up to the
Let's see
link.
if I can figure out.
I don't know if you're going to post this on YouTube or Facebook, and then you can just...
Do I put it in chat?
Well, you could put it in chat, but the only one that is going to see it is me.
Okay.
I already know how to get to my site. So SvensonHypnosis console console.com. I know that's a mouthful. I really should just
worth it. It's worth it. You know what? Just if you have this much of an interest, sign up for that freebie, because it can be life-changing. Absolutely. So I want to thank you so much, Sharon, because you have added so much joy into my life.
And you have added so much joy into my life.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know that just the right people will say, yes, I have to check her out, because, I mean, this is a do not miss this opportunity. That's what I want to tell everybody.
You're so sweet.
Well, it's true. So thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to interview you. And just so excited to keep working with you. And you are just totally amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the positive changes that are yet to come for you.
For me and for everybody else.
Yeah.
So thank you again, and we'll talk soon.
All right.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.